Do you have a little bit more time?
Yeah,
Yeah, so let's go into predictions for the card. I'd
sure,
love to
shoot.
hear what your thoughts on some of the big matches on the card. All of them are great. Uh,
Yep.
but let's start with Matt Mass. So Matt Matt's goal is to really become the champion in the 105 kg weight class. Do you think that he's on the right track
Matt is in the
to
same
that point?
boat as Krasny. I believe Matt's in the same boat as Krasny. I think we've seen Matt do amazing stuff years back, and then we saw Matt go through, that those ebbs and flows of your career. Life happens, injuries happen, all kinds of stuff can happen. And losses are going to happen, and I think he's on that upward trajectory. And I don't think he's playing around at 105. And Nugo is a really, really, really tough test because we don't know really where Nugo's at, and he has that short lever. A lot of that match is going to come down to how much they force Matt to bring his arm down. I just don't think that if Matt can keep his knuckle up at all and his lever high, that I don't know how somebody with a short arm like that can topple Matt. So I have Matt as like favorite. Mainly that's because Nugo is such an unknown, but he's also got such a potential for like explosive greatness. And I think that's going to be the best, like one of the best, most entertaining matches on the card.
I agree. That match is, I think everyone is looking forward to it. And it's a really good stylistic matchup, in terms of height and weight. So I can't wait for that one. Let's go into Todd and Rustin. So this match is for the title in the 95 kg. Do you think that Todd can revenge his loss against Rustin this time? This time?
Yep. In Todd, we trust, buddy. Don't
Yeah,
bet against that guy.
yeah,
I felt different versions of him. I practiced with him enough. His most recent form, even at a lighter weight, was better than his form previously at a higher weight. Rustam and I have a similar style, and there is a lane for Rustam to beat Todd. It has
yeah,
to be initiation based. It has to be bicep isolation and pronation defeating. Like he's got to get Todd completely palm up, completely on his bicep. The minute Todd clicks that shoulder in, it's his match to lose. I think Todd wins the match. I think it's really the storyline on this one's huge. This is probably my most anticipated match of the card. But I got Todd as a favorite. I don't think that guy's losing anytime soon. I'd like to see, and I know this won't happen, but I'd like to see Irakli and Rustam pull again, and then the winner pull Hutch.
yeah. I agree with you. I think that if the match stops for Todd, not a lot of people can go from there, can beat him when the match is close. He
It's
grounds
it's
out the
it's it's
matches.
the minute his shoulder comes forward, and when we see the guys who beat him, well, let me not even say guys. The only person that we have seen beat Hutchings in a hook has been Khan, who probably on match day had 30 pounds on top. So
Yeah,
but that really does define the difference in the weight classes. That even with a guy who can beat a majority of super heavyweight in a hook, it takes that weight class, that other top dude in that weight class in the hook. There's still a little bit of a gap. So I don't think Rustam can bring quite as much as Khan in a hook, but we'll see.
yeah. Co-main event. Yeah, co-main event, Gennady versus Ibrahim Sagov. Gennady's coming down a weight class. Do you think the weight cut will affect him in this match?
It has to. We're not talking about a water cut for a guy to make a class a couple pounds lighter. We are talking about a guy who's making life changing, like body composition change. It has to affect. So to me, Gennady's heart lends me to he is the favorite without the weight cut. With the weight cut, it enters a variable that it's hard to predict. So it's going to be interesting to see number one if he can make that weight clean, and number two, what does he keep? But it's a huge benefit for Sagov. It is a huge advantage. So I mean, I'm rooting for Gennady big time. I love the idea of that drastic weight cut and seeing how it pans out, but that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that he's a big guy, and when I heard about him moving down, I was like surprised that he's willing to do that. And this one, I think that again, I agree with you. It's gonna have an effect on him, and I don't know how much it will. Depending on how much, I think that it will be a closer match than people think.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Let's
Even
finally.
Sagov is a monster too. That's the other thing. Like he's a monster. Like he's going to cut in with that shoulder roll so violently that if there is anything lost on Gennady's edge of being able to turn and meet it, like you're probably not going to top roll it. So you got to meet it in the center. And if there's a lack of confidence or anything in connectivity, who knows how it's going to play out?
Yeah, every match is like it's almost like very uncertain. So that's what makes a great call, right? Now the main event, Vitali Laletin. So Michael, he has another shot, an opportunity to be able to pull for to be number one in the world. Do you think
Yep,
that will will he go through Vitali to get to that point where he finally has
man.
the opportunity to face Lavon?
I think the guy's on a mission, and I talk to Michael a lot, and we're good friends, and I've known his kind of struggles through this process, and him kind of giving his journey over to God, and now it didn't work out. Give it over. You say all those things, you try and live that way, and then you don't get the result you wanted. It hasn't affected Michael negatively. I think he still believes in his path, and he didn't skip a beat in training. And I believe that, based off of talking to him, he's better today than he was against Hermes, and the Hermes match was not easy for Hermes. So I also think stylistically and anatomically, some of the things that could be perceived as advantages for Vitali against 99% of the world could be weaknesses against Michael. So, like that lever length, if he's forced to come down and drop his riser and Michael can keep his just based off of anatomy, could be an advantage for Michael. Vitali has such a great grip strength. If he's too focused on gripping and cupping and he doesn't walk up the hand or climb, that could be an issue. And then endurance could be an issue. And how many rounds can he pull after having flopped his wrist? So really, it comes down to Michael staying focused and rolling with the punches. And a lot of things with Michael, we talk a lot about, the psychological aspect of arm wrestling and staying in a good headspace even when things don't go your way. If he can keep his cool through the rounds, I think eventually a stop's going to come if it doesn't come in the first round. And I'll be there with him. So I'll do my best to keep him focused and keep everything on track. I think Michael wins this. I think he's on a mission. He's got his own destiny carved out. So I think we do see it. I think it's going to be an absolute war. There's zero chance that this looks easy, regardless of who wins. It's going to be a long, grueling match. And the longer that match is, the better Michael's chance.
Yeah, if that's the case, where the match is prolonged, then I think Michael is going to win, most likely. So that's what I think most people will agree, right? So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one as well. Big match. And, as someone who lives in North America, I hope that, Michael finally has that chance to become number one. And, he's getting older too. So I think that, this opportunity is really big for him. And I hope he comes up on top
Well,
this.
it's important because I think a lot of us as arm wrestling fans, longtime arm wrestling fans, regardless of who we think is the favorite, we still have Michael Todd as one of those boxes that Levon needs to check off, right? So Vitali's young. He's got plenty of time for that match to happen.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
was
Mike.
thinking too.
It's
Yeah.
Michael's time now. It's
Yeah.
Michael's time now. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be now. And I think he's preparing for this kind of as the ditch, not the last ditch effort of arm wrestling overall, but the last effort, and the last opportunity for a shot at Lamont and making history.
Yeah, let's hope that he could come on top.
Yep.
All right, Paul, I'm keeping you long enough. I hope you have a good baseball practice.
Yeah, it's
Um,
almost done now. It's almost
yeah,
done.
that's good. How is he uh doing?
He don't like baseball, but he's good enough that he has to play.
All
So
right.
he's got this year and at least one more before he can tell me he's going to focus on football. Right now, he's going to be a three-sport athlete for at least the next 2 years, unless he's so bad that he can't play. So he's getting better. He's got his favorite sports, and he's really dialed into football. So we're keeping the general athleticism. We're trying to build that base right now. I don't like baseball personally. I hate sitting and watching it because it's boring. But I think it's valuable for hand-eye coordination and just general athlete development. So it's good stuff. Keep them active, man. Keep their hands full.
Yeah, it's all part of, our youth and our growth. So I think
Yep.
that's great. Anyways, Paul, I hope that you have a nice trip to
Thank
Turkey,
you.
and you do well.
Thank you.
And yeah, all the best
Yep.
of luck.
I appreciate the support. I will do my best with every ounce of me to represent North America as it should
Yeah, thank you, Paul. All right. See ya.
be. Good. Take care.
Bye.